IVM.
Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach Podcast, the bite-sized podcast filled with quick and easy actionable habits. Remember, great habits create that awesome life. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And today's fun fact of the day has to do with pets. Did you know that pet obesity is a growing problem? 25% of pet cats and 45% of dogs have obesity issues. Pets are eating way more than they should. And in fact, there's another amazing fact that only obese animals on the planet, the only obese animals, are humans and pets. Isn't that crazy? But why? Because we bring our bad habits to these animals. We overfeed them. And this is because food is so readily available to us, just like it is so easily available to our pets. In the wild, food is a very rare thing. A grazing animal has to walk across vast distances to get to their food. The carnivores have to chase down their food. And the fruit-eating animals have lean months where there is just no fruits available. Even if you did manage to find food as a wild animal, there is no guarantee that you'll be able to eat it. Imagine you've killed a deer and are eating it. The chances of other lions coming and stealing this from you are very high. You have to fight them off, defend yourself. Catching the prey is just one thing. Eating it is a different thing altogether. And there is a level of stress that keeps the lion focused on that task at hand. They have to gorge themselves on that food as fast as possible. As a deer, nibbling on the grass, you're constantly watchful of being eaten. You're smelling the air around you. Your big eyes looking for any sight of movement. There is comfort in eating with a herd. Maybe you won't get killed today. What is interesting is that this kind of behavior, this eating behavior, is seen in humans as well. Boarding school children learn to eat fast and a lot, just in case food runs out. And I've worked with so many clients of mine who ate fast because they learned these habits from their childhood. For others, stress eating is comfort eating. In fact, comfort eating is seen in animals as well. Scientists did experiments with rats where they stressed them out and then gave them food. And all the rats overate and became obese. So we see this in the movies as well. You know, the protagonist broke up with her boyfriend, so now she sits with a tub of ice cream and just eats. This is stress eating. And I remember doing that with a friend years ago. So clearly, there is this relationship between stress and eating. More stress equals to more eating. And for others, more stress equals to no eating. Neither is healthy for us. And if we want to get healthy, eat well, stay fit, getting rid of stress while eating is an important thing for us to do. So here are a few habits for you to reduce the stress before eating. The first habit is to look at your food on your plate and spend 10 seconds being grateful for the food on it. This itself will reduce your stress level. You can think of the farmer who grew it, the number of people who worked towards getting it for you, and grateful that no one is stealing it from you. Next, look at the way your shoulders are hunched up. Is there tension in your arms and shoulders? Take a deep breath in, let it out. Turn your neck left, turn your neck right. Release the tension in your shoulders before you start eating. Finally, start eating slowly. Consciously chew each bite. Consciously eat slowly. There is no need to rush through the food. There is no race you have to be a part of. There is nothing more important than this moment where you're eating this food. And these are great practices for you to start with today. We eat multiple times a day. So if we can improve our eating habits, they can compound faster and help us become healthier faster. So your simple habit to get healthier starts by not eating in a state of stress. Instead, show gratitude for your food, relax your body as you eat, and finally, slow down. So start these habits and share with us your progress using the hashtag #TheHabitCoach. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. You can find lots more information on my website, awesome180.com, or check out different content on my YouTube channel called AWESOME180. That's Awesome180.
I hope you enjoyed that show. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I want to let you all know about 2 new shows that we've launched this week. The first one is Millennial Athletes, hosted by Tanvi and Shlok. Both of them are, they spent their life playing badminton, and they know a lot of athletes, and they want to talk about the particular challenges that athletes face. Really, really great conversations. Do definitely check that out. The other show that I wanted to mention to you that we launched this week is Naan Curry. Naan Curry is a show about food and the history of food and the economics around food and its consumption and all that kind of stuff. It's a really, really interesting conversation. It's hosted by Sadaf, an author chef and former MasterChef India finalist, and Archit, who is a researcher who writes on behavioral science and economics. Definitely worth checking out. Besides that, we had a great week as always, right? Great stuff on all the normal shows. Do check those out. But with that, hope to see you again next week.
Advertising is dead. Yep, you heard me right. Advertising is dead. We're all in the content business now. Let's not call it news, TV, radio, etc., etc. It's all content, and we're in the middle of this weirdly exciting phase where all the borders and lines that have been drawn over decades has been swept away by this lovely thing called the internet. We're a show where we don't dwell on just the stuff that is now, but rather the wider stuff about advertising, media, content, and the whole goddamn circus surrounding it. Tune in every Tuesday for our weekly unboxing of the mystery box we used to call advertising. I'm Varun Dugirala, co-founder and content chief at The Glitch, and this is my new podcast, Advertising is Dead.